It started with a hiss. Just after midnight, somewhere above the Pacific Ocean, a faint, crackling fizz echoed through the sky like a global soda can being opened. By morning, every river, ocean, lake, puddle, and raindrop on Earth had transformed, without explanation, into cola. Not just any cola either. It was the classic kind, dark, carbonated, sugary, and unnervingly cold. At first the world was stunned, and kind of thrilled. Kids ran into the streets holding out cups to catch cola rain. People dove into cola lakes with GoPros strapped to their heads. A group of overly enthusiastic influencers in California tried to host the world's largest cola slip and slide event, only to discover that cola, when pooled and stagnant, becomes incredibly sticky. Then the smell hit. Sweet and syrupy, it hung in the air like an invisible fog. Cities near rivers started to stink like a vending machine exploded. By day 3, streets were coated in a thin film of sugar residue. Every fountain sprayed cola. Every cloud drizzled sticky droplets. Even fire sprinklers in buildings sprayed brown foam during emergency drills. The chaos began quietly. First came dehydration. Though the world was drowning in liquid, none of it was drinkable for long. People tried. Of course they did. It's cola! But cola doesn't hydrate. It dehydrates. Hospitals filled with patients suffering from extreme sugar shock. Water bottles sold out in minutes. Nations with large reserves of bottled spring water became the new superpowers. The food crisis hit next. Crops began to fail within days. You can't irrigate wheat fields with cola. The sugar attracted swarms of insects that devoured plants like it was a buffet. Livestock refused to drink. Chickens passed out. Cows became bloated and sluggish. Fish, gone. Oceans full of cola do not support marine life. The Great Barrier Reef turned a sickly brown. Whale carcasses washed up along sticky shorelines. Sushi restaurants quietly removed seafood from their menus and replaced it with artisanal sugar cubes. World governments scrambled. Desalination plants were retooled to attempt decolification, but no filter could keep up. NASA announced plans to mine ice from Europa. Billionaires started buying up glaciers in Greenland. Meanwhile, soda companies were suspiciously silent. Some speculated it was a viral marketing stunt gone horribly wrong. Theories range from quantum soda worms to rogue AIs with a sweet tooth. In the Alps, the snow looked the same, at first. But when it melted, it too fizzed. Skiers started slipping in syrup. In the Amazon, deforestation slowed, not because of awareness, but because chainsaws kept gumming up with cola-soaked bark. Monkeys began flinging cola-filled coconuts at camera crews. Nature, it seemed, was losing patience. Then came the carbonation storms. With the oceans now fully carbonated, the planet's weather patterns shifted. When the sun hit the cola seas, massive bubbles formed, leading to weird foamy tsunamis. Thunderclouds brewed with static fizz. Lightning storms looked like someone shaking a 2-liter bottle and aiming it at the sky. Entire coastlines were blasted with brown foam. By week 2, humanity was desperate. People hoarded cans of real water like gold. Black markets emerged for ice cubes. A single lemon wedge, to cut the sweetness, was worth more than a gallon of gasoline. Someone in Iceland declared themselves king of water and banned all soda. They were overthrown 48 hours later by a group of dehydrated villagers wielding snowballs. Even machines began to suffer. Engines clogged, cooling systems fried, data centers drowned in syrup. Wi-Fi was sticky somehow. AI voice assistants started slurring their words, like they'd had too much to drink. Elon Musk tweeted, "I told you we should have gone to Mars sooner." Then he disappeared. And still, the cola kept flowing. Religions formed. Some worshipped the Great Fizz. Others believed humanity had sinned against water itself. A few declared cola to be sacred and started bottling it in glass jars, selling it as Earth's tears. Meanwhile, a group of scientists locked themselves in a mountain lab and worked around the clock. Their breakthrough came in the form of a synthetic enzyme, a tiny bioengineered molecule that could convert cola back into clean water. They called it H2O. Yeah, it worked, but only one drop at a time. They tested it on a cola glass in the lab. 1 drop of the enzyme turned the glass clear. 2 drops purified a jug. But even if they made 1 billion gallons of the stuff, it wouldn't be enough. Earth's entire water system had been compromised. The only hope was to kickstart the natural water cycle again, from scratch. They launched a project to shoot pure water into the sky, hoping clouds would reform and fall as real rain. The first clean rain fell over a tiny island in the Pacific. Children ran outside with mouths open. For a moment, the world paused. Hope fizzed quietly. But in the end, Earth would never be the same. The oceans would stay brown for decades. Forests would regrow, slowly. Humanity had learned a sticky, bitter lesson. Water is precious. And while cola is fun at a party, it makes a terrible planet.